Yo, what's up, y'all? Whew. It's your man Rico. Hey, these are my thoughts, not yours. And I'll upload this to my Rico the Opinionist YouTube channel. It's still growing. Not by leaps and bounds, but it's growing 1 to 2 subscribers at a time. Thank y'all so much. But I just want to make a quick video because I have to do this every year. Have I done it? Did I do it last year, year before that? I know I've made a video like this every year, so maybe it'll get in the right hands. Whoever cares about any plights of black males on any level. Well, y'all know that I am a proud graduate of HBCU, and to me, one of the most special HBCUs, that is Grambling State University. And you know, I had a blast during my time there 30 years ago. Because I was there from 89 to 94, that's my undergrad. And then graduate school, I stayed and got my MSW there. From 94 to 96, it was a 60-hour program. I learned a lot. I took all my degrees out into the world, and I can say I was one of those who actually got a chance to use his degrees, all of them. My psychology, my criminal justice, and my master's in social work. So, I don't have any complaints about my education, about the education I received at my beloved Grambling State University. And let me continue to go on and say, shout out to Booker T. Washington, who summons Charles P. Adams, brought his wife with him, Martha Adams, hey, sweetheart, and had them to go and create what was then called, I think it's the North Louisiana Negro Normal Agricultural School. Yeah. And so, I like to call it that the, well, how did I say this as it relates to Grambling State University? It was the calling of Booker T. Washington, but it was the house that Charles P. Adams built, but Coach Eddie Robinson paid the bills, kept the lights on. And honorable mention, Ralph Waldo Emerson Jones, the second, I think he was the second president of Grambling State University after Charles P. Adams. He was the founder and he served as the president. And Ralph Waldo Emerson Jones, he was the second, and then the third president was my man. Damn, how this name just slipped me? Y'all know the third president. President Johnson, Joseph B. Johnson. So, y'all hear what I said? Black men came together. School wasn't created by no white man. Like some these HBCUs. Shout out to Howard Spelman. So, and Morehouse. But anyway, and others, but I'm just saying. Grambling State University is actually black through and through. And I'm very proud of that history, that legacy. But there's a legacy that has gone on for at least 70 years at Grambling State. 72 years now, I think, maybe 73, because I think they just crowned their 73rd, maybe she's 74. She's been over 70 years. Miss Grambling State University. And I loved during election times when I was undergrad and the Miss Gramblings would come around. And I knew my favorite Miss Gramblings of all time. There were quite a few I never thought was cool. My favorite Miss Gramblings was Zahara Sims. Hey, Pastor Sims. Zahara Sims, y'all know, out of New Orleans. And I think I liked her so much, not only because she's really nice, really sweet. You're talking about the Southern of the Belle of New Orleans. Real nice lady. When she was an undergrad student, sweet as sugar, really nice. She had that New Orleans flavor about her. No, she's really nice, very open and genuine. That's why we liked her. That's why we voted for her. For some reason, I think she was running into some controversy about getting into the sorority or something like that. But anyway, I don't want to bring that up, but it was some controversy going on. About them tripping with her. But she won Miss Grambling. And my next favorite, Alicia Reese. Hey, Alicia, sweetheart. Let me tell you something. Someone who owns her city and owns the state of Cincinnati, that damn Alicia Reese. Hey, Alicia, sweetheart. These are my two favorite Miss Gramblings. I love them. They were always just Jim. These were two down-to-earth, really sweet ladies. I'm sure if you want to tag whoever your favorite Miss Grambling was, if you were at school with me, or in general, but I'm saying from 89 to 94, if you were there from 94 to 96 and the Miss Gramblings, if you remember that, hey, put it in chat who was your favorite Miss Grambling during those years. But I love them both. I loved me some Zahara Sims, and I loved me some Alicia Reese. And you know what also so special about Alicia Reese? Her dad was just such a prominent figure at Grambling State University. I think he used to give money or something to the radio station or something, but he was just awesome. I loved that guy. He was real nice. Alicia just bring her dad and everybody like, okay, Alicia, that's cool. Where your dad at? That's how it was. It was back in the day. And Alicia went on to just really just own Cincinnati, own the state of Ohio. And I'm sorry, right? That's what I'm talking about. And some here, she's still doing wonderful things. She was the weekend baby on GSU radio, KGRM. And I want to do an honorable mention that this was a sweet lady too. She always smiled. She always waved. You know, I never heard anything negative about her. I want to do an honorable mention because those are my two. But there's one other that I remember that was really sweet, really nice, cute little something, little curvy chocolate something. Her name was Tiffany Williams. I think that's her name. Y'all remember her? Little short little something. The crown was almost taller than her when she got crowned. I loved her. She's really nice. Tiffany Williams, wherever you are, hey, sweetheart. Rico Rivers still loves you. And I've always cheered on every year, even after I became an alumnus, yeah. I still cheered on with every young woman that came after their predecessors or the legends in the 90s, the young women who came in the late 90s and the 2000s. If I saw an article on Miss Grambling, the newly crowned Miss Grambling, new elected Miss Grambling, I used to enjoy the court. I think I was a part of one of those courts. I think so. I have to go find the picture. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it. My school was just awesome. Grambling was awesome. It had spark, it had flair, it had controversy, revolutionary stuff. It was just it. It was a different world personified. It was a lot, drama, fun. It was awesome. And some people say I contributed to the drama. That's what other people said. I don't know. I don't know about all that. But having said that, and I spoke to an alumni earlier. She said there was a Mr. Grambling back then, but I can tell you there was no Mr. Grambling when I was there from 89 to 94, 96, and after 96, even after I graduated from graduate school, I didn't hear about any Mr. Gramblings, maybe. And I look back even further. If there was a Mr. Grambling ever, someone please educate me. But all I know, until then, we've had 72, 73 Miss Gramblings. And what brought this up for me again, as I saw a recent post from a Grambling Tiger fan page. Now, it was shared in the Gram Fam alumni group. And I saw the new Miss Grambling, her precious court, beautiful young ladies. And thing is, I said, okay, how long are we gonna continue to have a Miss Grambling? We got all these young men around there who are also deserving of being a Mr. Grambling. Other HBCUs have caught up with the times of giving their campus queen a king. I don't know what's taking Grambling State University so long. I remember when I wrote about this, I broke down a whole lot of points. Said, you know, there could be an election for a Mr. Grambling as well as Miss Grambling. Because back then, Miss Grambling got a whole wardrobe allowance. She traveled across the country. She participated in all types of ceremonies where she got this exposure. Did all kinds of cool stuff, and all in the name of representing Grambling State University. Well, how come there can't be a young black man? And I'm gonna be very specific because these HBCUs like to play games with race. They try to be so multicultural. No, I mean a young black, foundational black American, not a black Haitian or black Caribbean, but a foundational black American man, a heterosexual masculine. Because you know, they'll try to elect a little Richard type to represent. No, we want, just like y'all find every time, a very feminine, beautiful young lady to represent Grambling State University as the queen. Or, I'm sorry, they elect a feminine, beautiful young lady. I want y'all to elect, put in position with masculine, heterosexual young men. And I can be the first Mr. Grambling. And I wrote an article, posed the question, what are y'all waiting on? It's been over 70 years. You know, I can't help to think, based on the social politics today and the words that are thrown around, such as misandry, gender bias, sexism, gender equality. I just will not believe that Grambling State University is so stuck back in the day that they are unknowingly or purposefully discriminating against young men on that campus. I had to get on their ass a few years back when they had this image that's supposed to be like an advertisement. It's on the campus right now. Go look at the cafeteria. If you're ever on Grambling's campus, go look at the wall. Look at the pictures on the glass of the cafeteria on campus. There's a picture there where it's got a Mexican, a white girl, and a black female, but no black male in that advertisement. And it was a big deal. It was a big deal because I pointed out the bullshit. I said, how y'all gonna talk about advertising the HBCU, Grambling State? And you got a Mexican, a white girl, and a black female, but no black male? I mean, y'all ain't trying to put a mixed dude on there. Y'all didn't want no black male represented, because that seems to be the wave of these HBCUs, pushing dark-skinned and brown-skinned blacks, foundational black Americans, to the back for immigrants and mulattoes and Hispanics. That's what it seems to be. I know y'all gonna say I'm hating, but it's okay. Jesus was called a hater too, Malcolm, Dr. King. So, you know, I'm part of the lineage of black people who point out the pink elephant in the living room. And that upsets people because they used to be, they like living in their comfortable silence or their comfortable blindness. It's not like that. Hell, Stevie Wonder can see more than what these people are admitting that they see. So, as a black male advocate, I'm gonna point it out. Why hasn't there been a Mr. Grambling? Don't talk about budget. You're giving thousands of dollars of tuition. Miss Grambling's budget comes from fees from the tuition of the students. So I don't understand why the black men on campus. See, that's why somebody like me needs to be on their campus. That's why I was needed then. Because there isn't anyone like me on that campus to call out the bullshit. Or they've trained young men to be so female focused and female centered that they themselves don't really matter. And I don't like that. You matter too, black man, on Grambling State University's campus. And any HBCU that's got a queen, has had a queen for more than 25 years but never had a king, that needs to stop. So current president of Grambling State University, get on your shit, bro. Why you spending money inviting Charles Blow funk ass to the campus? Use that money to fund the next election and make sure there's a scholarship and make sure there's a wardrobe, make sure there's other benefit, travel requests, travel money for Mr. Grambling. Make sure he's in the photos right next to Miss Grambling. Because what we want to do is, even symbolically, we want to put the black man and the black woman together. A queen cannot stand there without a king. A king can't be up there without a queen. Know how y'all like to say that? So y'all make sure that there's a Mr. Grambling next year. I know they already voted for this year. But, and spring of 27, alumni, I know y'all don't give a damn about nothing about the university if it doesn't concern football. But these are things, yeah. But this, I'm doing. What is that? Oh, man. These are things that contribute to the self-worth and contribute to, the atmosphere of the campus, pride of the young men on the campus. Like, hell, okay. They put themselves together, and run a good, clean campaign. And let there be a Mr. Grambling for fall of 27, because they have the elections in the spring. I remember that, unless they've changed it. So based on the picture, Mr. Grambling's already been selected. So let this be the last year that there is no Mr. Grambling. And I would love to meet with the students. I should come down there homecoming. I want to encourage the students, to the black men, or the sensible young black women on the campus who are not feminists and lesbian and man haters. Y'all should have a king represent our university as well. Should have a king standing next to a queen, like a lot of other HBCUs have caught up with the times, and who also believe in black men and black women standing together side by side. But I know a lot of y'all don't think that's valuable. It is. If y'all can love Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, how come y'all don't love the idea that a black man is standing next to a young black woman, both of them wearing the royal garb, representing black man created university called Grambling State University. You probably say, well, where Grambling come from? There was a white guy who paved out the road. So I guess they paid their respects to him. I said, okay, we'll name it Grambling, because I think he gave a lot of land. He also, gave a lot of land, extra land, so Grambling could be, placed on. So that's probably why they named it after Grambling. Okay. But it was created by and maintained by and kept up by and popularized by black men. I know it's going to hurt some of y'all to hear that. But anyway, I just want to share that. Get a Mr. Grambling. This is what, the fall homecoming coming up 26, spring 27. Y'all have it in the budget. And young men, y'all get together. If y'all get this video to young men at Grambling State University, y'all need to stand up for yourselves, man. I know a lot of you never thought about this. That's why I come in at. I always talk about stuff that people didn't even notice. That's why I come in at. And people like me. I know I'm not the only one who points out the pink elephant in the living room, but I want to do this because I am a black male advocate, and I understand the wave in this country trying to push it to the left as far as they can get it, which means there has been an erosion of anti-masculinity and anti-heterosexuality, or should we call it heterophobia, is growing by leaps and bounds in this country, and I don't like it. It's almost like they get mad at you because you don't want to have sex with the same sex. That's crazy. So young black men who still desire and lust and like to be with women, I need y'all to stand up against this bullshit, because there's something going on at Grambling that in all this time, all these presidents we've had, there hadn't been a Mr. Grambling. Rico, that's so small, a lot of stuff going on. Well, it's a lot of cool stuff that's going on. They're getting all kinds of funding for different buildings and aesthetics for the campus. Well, I figure I'd throw this in the bunch too. So, but anyway, it's your man Rico. Please like, share, and subscribe. Mr. Grambling needs to be a thing in the spring elections of 2027. So I want the young men to get started on it right now. If I have to pass around a newsletter on campus, should I make it to the young men? I know a lot of dudes, they don't care. They so out of it, but I'll run across some that cares. But yeah. And hoping some alumni give a damn. Because, our alumni, it ain't got nothing to do. If they ain't talking about football, they're literally Rip Van Winkle. Straight to sleep. Whew. But I care about the students. It's always been my thing. I've always been student-centered. And guess what? Believe it or not, the young ladies appreciate a handsome, masculine, virile Mr. Grambling. But it's their own pride and joy to show the world, yeah, we got him here too. So, but anyway, y'all be cool. It's your man Rico. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.